Hello everybody, Mannix here. We're going to be doing a quick little knife review on the Boker Nano. Just going to warn you off the bat, I believe these are currently not in production at the moment. I don't know if they're going to be brought back. All I know is that right now they're out of stock. This is early mid-2021 as I'm filming this. But it's a knife one of my best friends gave to me, and I instantly just kind of fell in love with it as soon as I saw it come out of the package. I knew what it was. I didn't watch any reviews on it. I didn't know very much about it, but I've seen this design before, and I love the pattern on here. Oh, it's just beautiful. I just love this style knife. Let me start with the specs. There are some limitations as these retailed at $49.99, so you could have found these for about the $35 range. But if you find them new now, if you do find them in weird places, they're like 60 to 70 bucks. I found some on eBay. I found some on different websites like that, but they're not that easy to find. The blade length is 1.89 inches approximately. The handle length is 2.95 inches, and the overall length somewhere around 4.7 inches. So it's just under a 5-inch knife. It's pretty short. It's pretty wide, as you can see here. Most knives that are this length are usually skinnier. This is a very, very wide knife, and I believe the spec said that's a hollow grind. It feels more like a flat... Okay, I'm going to believe it's a hollow grind. But the grind starts about 60% down the blade. That's when the grind begins. It's pretty wide, actually. Interesting design right here. It is stainless steel. But on the other side, we have an FRN slab put on right there. It is a frame block. There is no lock bar stabilizer. However, the pocket clip kind of acts as one. Yeah, I'm going to say the pocket clip basically is the stabilizer. It's very difficult to hyperextend it because of that pocket clip. We have a really strong detent on here. So it's difficult to flick it out, especially because you don't have much leverage to begin with. I mean, the pocket clip acts as a nice brace, but it's difficult to flick it out. It's a very strong detent, and there's not a whole lot to grip onto, so you're basically going to have to open it conventionally. So basically, I consider this not to be a tactical folder, not a defensive blade by any means. It's a very good utility, very good utilitarian knife, though. We have some jimping on the spine right here, but it doesn't work that well, actually. It's a little too fine, as you can see. It's not very deep. It doesn't work that well. Like, normally, I don't give a crap about jimping, but the thing is, because there's not a whole lot to hold on to, it's very skinny, and it's so rounded, my fingers kind of feel like they're slipping a little bit. I would not do very hard work with this. I feel like if I squeeze really hard, the knife's just going to pop out of my hands. And the jimping, it doesn't help that much. It's not that big of a deal because it's not a very hard-use knife, but it's just something to consider. The pocket clip is swappable to tip down, as you can see there, but it comes tip up, and I prefer that. I like this pocket clip design here. I like the cutouts and the pattern they have right here. Very cool. Appears to be both a satin and stonewash finish on the blade right here. You can see the part that's not grinded, we have a satin finish, and then the ground parts are stonewash, so we have a two-tone blade. That's very interesting. It is 440C blade steel, by the way. Boker does a very good job on their 440C. Basically, 440C holds its edge a little bit longer and is a little bit more rust-resistant than 8CR13 MOV, I believe, and that's used for the Spyderco Tenacious line. That's a very common blade steel, about the same price, too. Now, I believe 440C is just like a smidge above that. It's not quite as soft, so it's slightly harder to sharpen, but its edge lasts a little bit longer. It's a lower grade steel, but Boker does a good job with their heat treatment. That's what's a little bit more important. Weighs 2.82 ounces, so it's on the lighter side. That's as far as the specs goes. I really like this friendly circular design right here. It kind of looks like a little shrimp or some kind of sea creature. I like it. This comes in different colors. The normal one's black, obviously, but I really like this electric green lime looking one. It's very sweet. Would have liked it in orange though, because I just love orange knives, but this green's pretty sweet too. We have an oval shape right here as it's cut out. It's kind of smart actually, because there's not a whole lot of room for a hole here, and they didn't go with the studs, they went with the cylinder. It works every single time we were trying to open it conventionally. I fell in love with this knife. I really like the design. Functionally, I don't love it. I don't have a great grip on here. And the blade is kind of cumbersome. It's basically a design thing. It's very short, but it's really wide, and it has almost no tip. Its piercing is going to be very poor. You can still open packages and stuff with it, so just doing that normal like opening package thing that we normally do, that position of the knife, it's fine for that. And it'll be fine for shaving. It's fine for everyday cutting tasks. It'll be okay. It's just not 100% optimal. There's a nod given to style here. It's supposed to look friendly and curvy. I do kind of like how the blade protrudes past the handle just a little bit right here, but it's not really good enough for kitchen work or something. Not that I would use a folding knife for kitchen work in the first place. It's easy to close it. I really like the frame they have right here. I like all the cutouts, and you can see all the ridges there. It's a very beautiful little knife. I like how wide it is. I would like if this knife was just a little bit bigger, a little bit longer handle, a little bit bigger blade right there. And then I would like it a little bit more, but then again, it wouldn't really be a nano, would it? So although this shape is not very, it's not optimally functional, it is nice looking, and it's an okay EDC knife. There's just not a whole much else to say. I like the cutouts on the handle there too. Anyway, that's the Boker Nano. Pretty good EDC knife if you can find it.